Hi everyone, my name is Ivan and welcome to this video on a topic that is absolute foundations of entrepreneurship, creative and innovations. Today, we are going to answer a simple question: what's the difference? By the end of this video, you will be able to explain the concept of creativity, understand innovations, and see how they work together using a real-world example. So, let's start with a big question. Are creativity and innovation the same thing? A lot of people use these terms interchangeable. They will say, "That's a creativity company," or "That's an innovative company." But all the means are the same thing. But for an entrepreneur, there are two different but equally vital concepts. Knowing the difference is the key to success. Let's break it down, starting with creativity. Creativity is the act of turning new and imaginative ideas into reality. It is not just some magical gift, but it is a process. It involves two parts. First, thinking, and then producing. The slide also tells us creativity is characterized by a few things: the ability to see the world in a new way, the skills to find hidden patterns, and the talent for making connections between unrelated things to produce new solutions. Put simply, creativity is the thinking part. It's the spark. It's the moment you conceive a new idea. So, if creativity is the idea, what is innovation? Innovation is a situation in which creative ideas and truths turn into the development of an innovative marketable product or service. It is a key function in entrepreneurship and a direct result of creativity. Innovation have break into four types. First, there's inventions, which is a totally original new product, like a first telephone. Second, there's expansion, which is using different applications on an existing product, like how a mobile phone functions and size change. Third, there's duplications, which is replicating an existing product. Last but not least, the synthesis, which is combining existing concepts into something new, like how the internet combines computer and telecommunication systems. In all these cases, innovation is the doing part. It is the process of taking that creative spark and turning into something real that has value in the market. This slide is the most important takeaway. Let's look at the key difference. Creativity is about conceiving the ideas. It is a mental process of thinking. But innovation is about applying that idea. It is an action process of producing or developing it. You can be creative all day long, thinking of 1,000 of new ideas, but until you execute one of them, you haven't been innovative. You can be creative without being innovative, but the innovation is the result of creativity. You cannot be innovative without first having the creative idea. Let's use a real-world entrepreneur example to make this concept to reality pipeline perfectly clear. The James Dyson and his bagless vacuum cleaner. So first, the creative spark. James Dyson identified a common problem: vacuum cleaners would lose suctions as their bag filled with dust. His creativity came from making connections between unrelated phenomena. He saw a large industrial sawmill using a cyclonic separator to remove dust from the air. He had the new imaginative ideas. What if I apply the same principle to a small household vacuum? This was a perfect act of creativity, but at this point, it was just an idea. But the idea alone was worthless. Dyson's innovation was the hard part. That's where he turned the idea into a marketable product. He didn't just build one. He spent 5 years building 5,127 different prototypes before he got one that worked. That is a massive process of doing. He then had to manufacture it, market it, and convince a new market to buy it. The entire process, from the prototypes, the manufacturing, until the launch, there's innovation. It is the execution. So, why do we, as an entrepreneurship students, need to care about this difference? Entrepreneurs need to have high creativity to produce unique products or services to compete. Creativity is the engine for new ideas, but innovation is the vehicle that moves the business forward. To be a successful entrepreneur, you need both. You need the creativity to see the problems differently, and you need the innovations to build the solution. All these skills can be developed in anyone if there is a will and a planned effort. So to wrap up, let's review our key takeaways. First, creativity is the act of thinking and new imaginative ideas. Second, innovation is the process of executing those ideas into a real marketable product or service. And finally, as we saw with the Dyson example, entrepreneurs need both to turn a great idea into a great business. That's all from me. Thank you for watching.